with all this background on footprinting, here are the steps you would take if you're pen testing to do the footprinting. So let's quickly go over everything we've seen. We do the footprinting to see what information is publicly available. We try to get as much as we can. We're trying to prevent too much information leakage. We're trying to prevent social engineering. We're trying to prevent the wrong DNS information from being publicly available. So when you are going to footprint in your pen testing, you figure out the authorization, or you get the authorization to do it. You figure out the scope of how far you're going to go. You use search engines, you use Google hacking, you look at social networking sites and websites and email, you gather competitive intelligence, you do WHOIS and DNS and network footprinting, you do some social engineering, you document all of your findings. Now, part of what we're doing is to recommend countermeasures. So it's very difficult to have people shut up, quite frankly. So we need to restrict what people can say, what they can do, make sure that we configure web servers to not leak stuff. We need to educate people, especially educate them regarding social media. We need to control what goes to the press, the annual reports, the product catalogs. We need to limit what's published on the internet. We need to discover and remove anything that is sensitive that made it on the internet. We need to monitor our caching, enforce any policies, restrict our zone transfers, meaning replication from one DNS server to another. Because if I could pose as a phony DNS server, I could get your whole database. We need to disable any directory listings and opt in on all privacy policies, as well as on WHOIS. So this is why WHOIS is becoming less useful, because people are opting in, meaning you only see GoDaddy information. We want to try to make sure that we don't have any linking between domains and that passwords are protected and encrypted. So here's our review. Footprinting gathers as much information in advance about a target. It can be passive or active. It's usually subtle and unnoticeable. It can include advanced online searches, social media, intelligence gathering, website cloning, and some social engineering. And now it's time to get on to the lab, footprinting and passive reconnaissance.